Feeling the 9 breaths, sorry I disappeared then for a moment again. Purification breaths, inhaling through the nose, meeting the pause, opening the jaw, exhaling out through the mouth. Meeting the pause at the end of the exhalation, closing the mouth, inhaling through the nose. And let the exhalation be the breath of the infinite, with a kind of a ah sound. And when you've completed 9 rounds of purification breath, then just return to inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose, still meeting the momentary pause, liminal space at both the end of the inhalation and the end of the exhalation. And just see if you can rest for a moment in that pause. Rest the awareness there, rest the focus of attention there. In this way, we're just simply allowing the body to relax, cultivating a drop into parasympathetic rest digest, so that we move towards our sanyuat, our asanas, from a place of ease and comfort. And having completed the 9 purification breaths and returning to the 4 parts breath, gently relax the control and either sliding one foot up, so sole of the foot's on the floor, the knees pointing up, and then bringing the other one up so the knees are bent, soles of the feet on the floor, sliding the hands, lifting the pelvis, palms of the hands touching the floor, lower the buttocks onto the hands, and then raising both legs, lifting the head off the floor, and using the legs as a pivot to bring you into straight leg seated posture. And from there, bring the legs into cross legs, sesh pose. And also Nefertum, which is the young Heru, bringing the left fist to just below the sternum, and then drop in the right fist just on top. One potato, two potato, if you like. And then bringing a little bit more control back to the breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Meeting the pauses. And if you've moved to standing, it's fine to do this as well in standing. And just take a few breaths. And then relaxing the hands down by the sides as we just move through a few of our warm-ups before we move into the first triad of Sanyua. So coming into Makut, pyramid stance, heels touching, feet open slightly, making the shape of a little triangle, pyramid with the feet. And first we shall just move through the shape of the Ankh, which is life force itself. So it's a two-part inhalation. So as we inhale, we start to raise the arms up and then turn the palms so they're facing up to about shoulder height. There's a momentary pause there on the inhalation. We continue inhaling, bringing the hands into a little circle above the head, at which point we start our exhalation and lower the arms down, out and down to the sides once again. Inhaling again. And exhaling. One more time. Exhaling, floating the arms down. And just relax the arms and the shoulders for a moment. And lowering the chin to the chest. Begin 3 gentle rotations in one direction, inhaling as the head moves up and back, and then exhaling as the head moves down, chin back to the chest before you start your next rotation with the inhalation, exhaling down and round. Finishing the 3rd rotation with the chin on the chest. Pause and begin 3 rotations in the opposite direction. Again, inhaling as the head moves up, exhaling as the head moves down. Finishing once again with the chin on the chest. Pause for a moment. Gentle start to weave the head left to right, chin still on the chest, and then slowly lifting the chin off the chest, bringing the head slowly up into righted position, and the weave turns into a little wobble until it settles. And just relax there. We're just going to do some gentle rotations of the shoulders, raising the shoulders up towards the ears, curling them back, so closing the shoulder blades and lowering down, curling the shoulders forward, opening the shoulder blades, bringing them up. 3 rotations going back. Finish with the shoulders down, and then 3 rotations in the opposite direction, Again, finishing with shoulders down. And just a little relax. Also now we're just going to open the side body a little, so inhaling through stationary car, so we stay in one place, bring the arms up into car, so some people say this looks like cactus arms, and then we reach the right hand, trying to keep the torso up straight, reaching the right hand all the way over to the left hand. Once we've connected and holding the right hand with the left, that's when we tilt to the left, opening the right side body, and then we come back to car hands. And then reaching the left hand over to the right. This would be on an inhalation. Take hold of the left hand with the right and then tilt to the right, exhaling. Coming back. Inhaling right to the left. Reach, take hold. Tilt, exhale, coming back. Inhaling left hand to right. Take hold, tilt, and coming back. One more to the left, so right hand reaches to the left. And then tilt, coming back to center. Left hand to right. Tilt, coming back to center. Turn the palms out, lowering the hands down gracefully. And gentle relaxation. Using car to transition through to a wider Makut stance. So we inhale, transfer the weight into one leg, and just step out, hands turn to the sides and come down. So hands onto the hips, and we'll just do the first folds. So a gentle fold forward from the hips. Come back up to center, pause, and then a gentle back bend. Remembering to take supreme care with yourself. Only go as far forward, going forward again, or as deep into a posture as is comfortable for you. And then gentle back bend. Bend the knees. Come back to center. Fall forward. Relax the neck. Come back up to center. Gentle back bend. Come back to center. One more fold. Coming back up, back to center. Another gentle back bend. And then back to center. Pause for a moment, keeping the hands on the hips. We're just going to invite 3 rotations of the hips. Try and keep the torso still. 3 rotations one way, and then 3 rotations the other. We really want to just have the pelvic girdle moving around. And rest. And we can release the hands. And while we're here in the wider Makut stance, so the loose configuration of this is to keep the arms loose and to twist to the left, twist to the right, looking over the left shoulder when you twist to the left, looking over the right shoulder when you twist to the right. Keeping the arms loose. And then we'll gently transition to casting the net. So next time as you twist to the left, bring both hands all the way around behind you, look behind you, and then clasp the fingertips and the thumb tip together as you swing back round, raise the arms up, let go of the net at the center, and then you twist to the right, clasp the net, swing back round, Let go of the net at the centre and really let go. Make sure you're looking behind you as you would need to see the net, to clasp it. And we'll transition from casting the net to drawing the net in. So as you twist now to the left, you bring your left hand to your hip, you reach across the front body with the right hand, and at that point you clasp the net, all the fingertips and the thumb tip together. You pull it in, bring the right hand to the hip and reach across with the left. And you have a little bounce in the knees as you draw the net in. So this is working the knees, working the ankles, being grounded through the feet, wrists, fingers, shoulders, elbows, all getting rotated to some degree or another. Just keeping those joints nicely loose, bringing some fluid. And relax, just relax, relax. Okay, we're just going to, from here, just bring one foot slightly forward and find those rotations over the toes, in one direction, then in the other direction. I was talking to another student who comes to my class in real life, and he suffers with cramps all over, he says. And he said he had been doing this, switch legs. He said he'd been doing this exercise. He used to get cramps in his feet in the middle of the night that would wake him up. And he said he started doing this and the cramps went away. But then he went away for a couple of weeks and missed class, and he wasn't doing it. And the cramps came back. So even just this little thing here is really good for softening the soles of the feet, obviously the ankles, knees, and even moving up into the hips. And just coming back to a wide stance, Murkut. And just take a breath for a moment. And we're going to move into the gentle warm-up to move towards our first Sanyu, which, if you remember, is Nun, the primordial ocean. But just to get there, we're going to inhale like we do for Ankh, bringing the arms up. But we bring the hands into Sema, or prayer pose, as we come down through the middle. By the time they get to the level of the chest, we release the prayer hands. We sit the bottom down, so bending the knees. We're starting to inhale now, and then we're exhaling as we roll back up. Once we're back up, we inhale, raising the arms up again. Inhaling, hands to prayer pose, exhaling, coming down through the center line, separate the hands. Inhaling as we're sitting. Exhaling as we start to roll back up. Inhale, arms come back up. Prayer hands, Sema, coming down, separating. Exhaling, inhaling as we're sitting. And then we start to roll back up, exhaling. One more, inhaling, bring the arms up. Into prayer hands, same way. We're going to keep the hands in prayer hands as we sit down towards a squat. Remember, going only as far as is comfortable for you. Pausing for a moment. Nukpu Nun. I am the primordial ocean. And from here, the primordial ocean is going to move into expression. So we begin to inhale. Remember that we go through a mudra in this as well. We have one already, Sema, prayer hands. But as we come up, we release the little fingers, then the ring finger, then the middle finger, making the index finger and the thumbs into a little triangle before they're released, and then the fingers point backwards. So if you're wherever you are in your breath, take a little exhale, and then inhaling, coming up, pushing through the feet, separating the fingers, creating the mudra, separate the hands completely, fingers point back, 5 elements, and then we exhale, coming down, reforming the mudra, all the way back down to Nun. Inhaling again, separating mudra, fingers, little back bend, bend the knees, and then exhaling, coming back down, once again, into Nun. One more time. And exhale again to come back down into Nun. And in Nun, whether you're here or whether you're here, you want to have a sense of keeping the back long, head on straight. And we're going to shift into Shu, which is a representation of the air element. And for Shu, we open into Lotus Mudra. We just push through the feet, separate the arms, fingers are pointing outwards to the side. We inhale, we come up onto the toes, and we push the heaven up away from the earth, and then we exhale, come down, inhale, push up, exhale, gentle come down, bending the knees. Inhale, push up onto the toes. Exhale, back down onto flat feet. Inhale, push up. Exhale, flat feet. Inhale, push up. Exhale, flat feet. One more. Inhale, pushing up. Exhale, down onto flat feet. Turn the hands to car. Exhale, lowering them down to the sides. At this point, our feet are probably still sticking out at an angle. Turn them in, so feet are facing forwards. As we move to Asar, taking the throne, or Aset. Aset is the throne, Asar is the throne. Aset or Asar, take the throne. So for this again, we're inhaling. As we're inhaling, we're lowering down into a chair, a throne, raising the arms up, shoulder height, point the fingers, keep back long, head on straight. Exhale, push through, arms come down past the thighs, onto the toes, extend the wrists. Inhale, come back down, onto the throne. Exhale, come up, toes, inhale, throne, exhale, up, inhale, throne, exhale, inhale, throne, exhale, up, inhale, throne, exhale, coming up and resting. For a moment, we'll just transition through moving car. So raising the arms up, transferring the weight, shifting one foot in, shifting the other foot in. Mukut pose. Arms down by the side. From car, we're going to transition into Salket. So just bringing the Arms out to the side, elbows slightly bent. Relax the buttocks, relax all of the body as much as you can, but standing tall and long. Feel that sense of the central axis running through the perineum to the crown. And take 9 breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose, meeting the pause, and every exhalation point and inhalation point of exchange. When you've taken your 9 breaths, simply rest the arms down by the side body. And stay relaxed. You can let go of control of the breath after you've done your 9 breaths. Just let the breath be natural. So that's the first trinity of postures. Nukpu Nun, Nukpu Shu, Nukpu Asa. And then we move into the second trinity of postures. Asset takes flight, Asset's embrace, and the spirit returns, Ka returns. So for Asset takes flight, Nukpu Asset, we're going to inhale, raising the arms up, keeping the palms facing down till the backs of the hands come together ideally. And then as we exhale, lowering the arms down, keeping them long, we come up onto the toes, try and keep the heels together. Hands come all the way down to this midline of the body. And then we start to inhale, lower back down onto the heels. Knees should be bent at this point as the arms raise up. But as they come above the head, we push through the feet and become very long. And then we exhale. Lowering the arms down, back onto the toes. Hands come together at the midline. And then we inhale, lowering back onto the heels, knees bent, arms coming up. Lengthen, but just before the backs of the hands come together, and then exhaling again. Arms coming down onto the toes. Inhaling. Try and find your own breath and movement flow. We want to bring them all together. So the breath and the movement are synchronized. And you can find some real grace in this flow. Nukpu Asset. And again. One more, arms going up. And then coming down, just don't come up to the toes, just allow them to come down. And from here, to begin Asset's embrace, we bring the hands out like this, as you can see on the image behind me. So one's a little bit higher than the other. We're still in Makut. And then we inhale, opening the arms up, so we're opening our heart of compassion. Flex the wrists, open the heart, head goes back. And as we exhale, we're coming down, bending the knees, keeping the legs together, wrapping the arms around the body. Feel the sensation of touch on the shoulder. And then we open again, inhaling, head back, chest lifted, exhaling, opposite hand to opposite shoulder this time. And bring the chin to the chest as well. And then we open and inhale. And then we exhale. Keep switching the arms over. One on top, one below. Again, find your own rhythm and breath. Rhythm of the movement. Breath together. Open. Close. Which is the embrace. Putting all of the parts back together of Asa, embracing him with love and compassion, wisdom, all the beauty that a set stands for. Not merely the personification of love, but the reality of love. All in your embrace, an open, compassionate heart. And come up, open, exhale, arms float down, by the sides, one more time, beautiful. And we're going to go through Ka returns, or the spirit returns to Asa. So as we inhale and raise the arms up to Ka, we also come up onto the toes. As we exhale, turn the arms out and down to the sides, we lower back down to the heels. Knees bent. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Again, you can find your own synchronized breath and movement. So in a class where we would have more time, we may pause and hold on the toes. Completing the breath. One more, calming up. Exhale, slow, 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 slow. Coming down. Still in Makut. Hands down by the sides. We'll just actually, rather than go into Salket, we'll go into the established pose, or Jed. So we make Kemetic fists, curling the digits into a fist, thumb on the top. Bring the left hand to the right shoulder, right hand to the left. A little angle in the wrists. Relax the buttocks, relax the muscles in the legs, but feel grounded and connected. Tune into that central axis once again, crown to perineum. Come to the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Meeting the momentary pauses at the end of the exhalation, end of the inhalation. Established posed. Established in what? Established in your practice. In your spiritual practice of forever evolving, moving closer towards the recognition of your essence nature as embodied consciousness, aware and awake. Self-mastery, self-discipline. Again, we can take about 9 breaths here. Embodying, being established in your practice. And then exhaling, releasing the arms down, keeping the Kemetic fists. Moving to the first of the next trinity of movements, Heru. And this is Heru finding his feet, if you like, or really finding his wings. So for this, as we inhale, we transfer the weight into the right leg as we slightly lift the left foot. And as we start to exhale, we step the heel of the left foot forward, coming onto the toes. We finish the exhalation and we should be upright, both feet nicely on the floor. The back foot, the toes can turn out a little, so more of an angle, but the hips stay facing forward. Now we're going to twist to the right, so turning the torso to the right. But as we do so, it's on an inhalation, we raise the arms up to shoulder height, but with the palms facing forward, not down or up, but forward. So we inhale, and we come to here. The head should be facing in the same direction as the torso. We exhale, we look long across the back arm, which is off the back foot or the right foot. We inhale, head back to center. We exhale, turn the head, look long across the forward arm. So it's the left arm. We inhale back to center. We exhale, we rotate back round, keeping the arms as they are, to facing forward. Take a bit of an inhale, lengthen through the body. Exhaling, hinging at the waist, keeping the arms long, face looking down towards the floor, lowering the arms to come together, either placing the hand on the shin but not on the knee, on the shin, or if you can, get the fingertips to the floor on the in front of the toes, that's fine, or just take the support of the shin of the left leg. Back should be nice and long. And then we're going to use the right hand to slide up the left, shift the back hip back, just shift it back in that sense. Slide the right hand up the left, cross the chest, all the way up to open long, looking up to the right hand. And then we exhale, bringing the arm back down long to come to rest back on the left hand. Inhale, open the arms up. Exhale, lift the torso. And this is important. Inhale, lift the back heel off the floor. Exhale, bring the front foot back in line with the back foot. Lower the arms down to the side. I'm sure if I could see, you're all doing beautifully well. If you're not sure about this, then maybe watch first and then join the next round. So now we're going to switch sides. So we're back in Mukut Heru. So the pyramid stance with Heru fists. So inhaling, transferring the weight, this time into the left leg, lifting the right foot, stepping forward, heel, toe, brings us up into a nice upright stance. Hips underneath the shoulders, shoulders above the hips. So now we're going to inhale and rotate to the left, bringing the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing forward. Nice. Exhale, turn the head to look over the back arm. which is now the left arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale, look over the right arm. Inhale back to center. Exhale, rotate round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge in, keeping the arms out. Face looking towards the floor. And as we're exhaling, we slowly bring the arms down to meet. This time the right hand takes the support of the right shin. Shift the hip back. And then we start to slide the arm up. Inhale in. Turning, opening the chest, looking up to the left hand. And then exhaling, lowering that arm long all the way back down to the support of the shin. Inhale, open both arms. Exhale, bring the torso up. Inhale, lift the back heel. Exhale, step back, lower the arms down to the side. Beautiful. Okay, so we are a little push for time, but I just want to run through one more, the second of the third Trinity. And this really is a beautiful heart opener. So maybe if you want to just observe, or if you want to follow along, then please feel free to do so. And don't worry if your left, right gets a little bit mixed up or all that kind of stuff. Just feel free to do so. So this is Heru Ampu, so jubilation of Heru. Okay, so he's offering his embodied consciousness, his heart, to the absolute consciousness, for which he receives his heart and absolute consciousness back. So we inhale, we raise the arms up, backs of the hands are going to come together again, just like with a set takes flight. But this time, as we exhale, we just bending the elbows and the arms are coming down through the midline. They will have to rotate round to come to Lotus Mudra at the heart. And at this point now, we inhale, shifting the weight into the right leg, lifting the left one, which you're familiar with, stepping forward with the heel, a little bit longer if you can this time, then the toes. So we come up to this nice upright position again, shoulders over the hips, hips nicely in line, facing forward. Now this time we don't really want the back foot to turn out. We want to keep it as straight as we possibly can do, because we're going to invite a twist here, and it helps if this leg, the back leg, is still pointing forward. So with the twist, we actually take the Ampu position. So that means as I twist to my right, I'm going to, well, before that, I'm going to exhale, offer from Lotus Mudra, offer the heart. And then from there, I'm going to inhale, and what's going to happen is my left hand is going to come into a fist and come to the heart. My right hand is going to go into a fist. As I rotate round to the right, bend into a right angle, I keep my head facing forward. And then as I exhale, rotating back round, both hands come back to the offering position. And I lift my back heel on an inhale. And as I exhale, I step back and fold the heart back into my own, going all the way down. And we're back to coming arms up. Backs of the hands come together, coming down through the midline, folding over, Lotus Mudra. Shifting the weight now into the left leg, stepping forward with the right, heels, toes. This is an exhale, reaching the hands forward. Inhale this time, as the fist close, right fist comes to the heart, left fist Makes a right angle with the arm as I rotate to the left, but keep my head over the right shoulder, looking forward. And then we exhale, we rotate back to forward, bringing the hands back to the center. Inhale, raise the back heel. Exhale, fold back in, receiving the full heart. And just relax for a moment. Nukpu Heru Ompu. It's not quite the completion. Obviously there is yet another move of this trinity. But I'm going to invite us to move again to the floor. So putting the weight into the right leg, lifting the left. We don't have to step too far forward. Heel, toe, bending the knees, right knee comes all the way down to the ground. And we are actually in this posture here, if you're still on your toes on the back leg, but the front leg foot is flat. From here, if we open our arms like this, we are in a set victory pose. You'll see this on all of the pyramids very often, okay, in the temples. A set victory pose. From that we can just lower the arms, lift the weight forward so we can bring the standing leg also down. If it's comfortable for you, flattening the feet, coming into kneeling. Sesh pose 2. From there we can place the hands on the floor. And that would always be a transition pose if we was to move into some of the floor-based sanuats. But here we're just going to cross the ankles, roll back, open the legs long, shift down your mat if you need to, and slowly bring ourselves down, back into Ua Capri. But this time making the little pyramid mudra on the chest or lower. One hand on top of the other. Left hand normally is on the body, right hand on top of that. Thumbs come together. Trying to keep the arms, shoulders on the mat. Come back to the breath. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, meeting the momentary pauses at the end of the inhalation, end of the exhalation. Inviting a continuation of softening and really becoming aware of the flow of energy or sekhem, prana in classical yoga, chi in traditional Chinese medicine and qigong and tai chi, life force energy. Try and feel into that flow. Feeling a general sense of vitality, energized, but also relaxed, open and receptive. Just be in this moment. Feeling how the body feels. What are the sensations? What's the flow of movement? Really trying to tune in without judgment or questions, just feel. And you get a sense of the rejuvenative processes that are sparked into action through these sanuats, through these embodied Netaru postures, embodying the elements of nature, the aspects of existence. Can you get a sense of the vitality? Can you get a sense of the open receptivity? And with all yoga, as is with Smai Tawi or Smai Heruset, the Sanyuats are just one aspect. The embodiedness is another. So in terms of embodying the qualities and the characteristics of the Netaru, those postures you move through. Another would be further study, to read Coming Forth by Light or by Day, or also known as the Egyptian Book of the Dead. There are other papyrus texts with good translation, where you can develop your awareness and understanding of the spiritual knowledge that was available to not only the Kemites but the Nubians also. And either using the same method as we used to come up from Uwa Capri, sliding the hand under the buttocks, through bent knees, lifting the head off the floor, raise the legs, use the legs to bring you up onto your seat, then into cross-legged position, Sesh Pose 1. And we'll just close with 3 hekaus of Ankh. So just following me. Have a sense of the hekau starting in the belly, rising up through the central axis, and the last bit of the k, we want to have a sense of pushing that up and out through the crown. Breathing in. Breathing in. One more, breathing in. I give thanks to all the supportive powers that have held this session this evening, those who are seen and unseen, for the tech eventually holding up and working for us. I give thanks to the ancestors and those who came before us, who paved the way for our growth emotionally, mentally and spiritually. May all beings be blessed. May our practice be a benefit to all. Ashe, 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 Ong, Uja, Seneb. And truly, I honour you for showing up again this evening. we have 4 more weeks left, by which you'll have learned a complete sequence of sanuats, which you could then practice at home, or even if you take the first 3, the second 3, or the third 3, whatever you enjoy most. The full sequence is a very powerful sequence. We're yet to do Ra's orbit, which is a little bit similar to a Qigong move, and yeah, you're going to enjoy, I'm sure. But once we're able to flow through the full sequence, the overall impact with consistency and practice is great. It really is great, both for the physical body, for your energy body, which is different to your subtle body. Subtle body is your thoughts and emotions. The energy body is what we refer to maybe as like our aura, and the various fields which our body emits. But it will be of great benefit to all of those things. So thank you all again. Thank you all, thank you all. Stay blessed, stay in peace, and I will see you hopefully again next week. One love.
Thank you.
Thank you.